Hello once again and welcome to our daily podcast. I'm actually been having a nice time looking about as we have been embarking on the journey of the farming system, and the first two podcasts, or the last two podcasts we've had, have been very enriching. It has got me thinking about the process we adopt when we run our farming business. And I've also been asking myself, if we have this knowledge that we try to share here and we apply them to our operations, is there not a more assured certainty that the results will be predictable, and at the same time we'll be able to influence the kind of results that we'll get? Today we are going to continue on the journey of the farming system. We will be taking a new look at the farming system. This time around we'll be looking at the type of farming system that has evolved over time. Farming system is seen as an appropriate combination of farming enterprise and a combination of different aspects of farming, different sets of farming operations that has the capacity to operate independently as an enterprise, bringing them together with a desire or an objective to raise the general profitability of the business. Now, I'm going to give us a few examples. Imagine somebody who has a fish farm. He puts a lot of effort into rearing the fish, and one of the things that comes with fish farming is you have to change the water, and that same water is very rich. But there's also another farming person who grows vegetables, who knows that water that is rich, if he uses that same water to irrigate the farm, it will increase his profitability in his vegetable business. So you see, now that farmer wakes up and asks himself, why am I not making the most of this operation? Because what appears as a waste in the fishery is serving as an input in the vegetable business. So he comes up and brings those two businesses together. Along the way, he realizes that he has a passion for poultry. He sets up a poultry within the same farming facility. And of course, as we are aware, one of the things that comes out of a poultry is the droppings. And these droppings on its own, it serves as a menace to the business. But that same dropping is a manure. It's a big input to treat the soil. And the farmer comes up and says, okay, why don't I take the droppings from the poultry and use it to put them into the horticultural aspect of the business that will make it more profitable. So at the end of the day, you see different enterprise are coming together. Of course, there are some business enterprise you cannot come together. For example, how are you going to do an open grazing within your ranch for a goat or a sheep in the same place where you are raising vegetables? So you know that will yield something negative, because the sheep or the goats that you will release, they will eat up the whole vegetables. So there is need for us to look at times what is a resource is not even seen by the farmer as a resource. So there is need for us to look at it. So that's actually why the farming system has now been categorized into two major areas: the extensive farming and the intensive farming. Extensive farming talks about involving a large tillage of land with an intention to have an increased output. Extensive farming talks about what we call large-scale farming, large holder farmers, where you have a large picture of mind. You increase your land size so that you can increase your yield and every other factor. But intensive farming places a lot of effort on keeping a small size of land, but increasing the capital, increasing the labor, increasing all processes that is involved so you can increase yield. These are the two broad bases that farming system can be categorized into. Of course, that takes us into substantive farming and the commercial farming. We know substantive farming is like what we call the smallholder farming, where you are just cultivating your farm with an intention just to take care of your immediate family. But commercial is the one we are talking about. You are growing with the mind of taking it to the market to increase a large output, where your sales can generate income that can also be reversed into other means. There is need for us to understand this, that substantive farming doesn't necessarily mean it is intensive. Commercial farming doesn't necessarily mean it is extensive. You can run commercial farming even in an intensive nature, in a small size. It is the capacity for you to successfully combine your factors, to combine your input, that can determine how commercial your farming process can be. And there's also a way we can also have this integrated, which is the trust of what we are talking about. There's need for us to plan the interaction so that at the end of the day, it increases our profitability. So I end with this. Everything you need to do to make the most of your resources, do it. And the starting point of making the most of your resources is to know the value that that resource has for your operation. Thank you. For further inquiries on our products and how we can help you grow your agribusiness enterprise, kindly visit www.justoneplot.com. Thank you.